In the year 490 BCE, the Persian Empire was the most powerful force the world had ever seen. Its king, Darius the Great, ruled over lands stretching from India to the Mediterranean. But one small land had defied him: Greece. Athens had supported a rebellion against Persian rule in Ionia. Darius wanted revenge. He sent a massive force across the Aegean Sea, not just to punish Athens, but to make all of Greece bow to Persia. The Persians landed at the Bay of Marathon, just 26 miles from Athens. They brought over 25,000 troops. Opposing them, just 10,000 Athenian hoplites and a few hundred Plataeans, farmers, craftsmen, citizens turned warriors. Athens was alone. Sparta had promised help, but delayed due to religious rituals. The Athenians couldn't wait. They marched to Marathon and prepared to face the Persian juggernaut. Miltiades, the Athenian general, knew the Persian cavalry was deadly in open combat, so he waited. Days passed. Then, seeing an opportunity as the Persians began to move, he struck. Miltiades thinned the center of his line, reinforcing his flanks. It was a risky move. The Greeks would charge, something unheard of in hoplite warfare, running the length of the battlefield to close the gap and avoid Persian arrows. Then it began. The ground shook under the thunder of thousands of running feet. Greek shields clashed, spears thrust forward. The Persians were stunned. This wasn't how battles were fought. The Persian center pushed back the weak Greek middle, but on the wings, the Athenians crushed their opponents. And then they did the unthinkable. They turned inward, surrounding the Persian center.
The Persians panicked. Thousands fled toward their ships. Some drowned in the marshes. Others were cut down as they tried to escape. In just hours, the world's greatest empire had been humiliated by a citizen army. The Greeks had lost fewer than 200 men. The Persians left over 6,000 dead. But it wasn't over. The Persians sailed around the coast, hoping to attack the undefended city. The Athenians, bloodied but victorious, marched back 26 miles without rest. They arrived just in time. Seeing the city defended, the Persians turned away. Athens was saved. Greece was saved. Legend says a messenger, Phidippides, ran from Marathon to Athens, shouted, "Nike! Victory!" and collapsed dead from exhaustion. It's a myth, but the spirit of that run lives on in every marathon today. The Battle of Marathon didn't just save a city. It proved that free people defending their homeland could defeat even the greatest empire on earth. The victory at Marathon gave Greece confidence. 10 years later, they would face Persia again, this time with Sparta beside them. But it all began here, in a quiet coastal plain where the tide of history turned. Because 10,000 Greeks dared to fight, the story of democracy, freedom, and resistance began. That's the legacy of Marathon.